All right, America. It's great to see you again. It's your favorite attorney's favorite attorney, Jonathan Arias. I got a great response yesterday. I was talking to you guys about how I had a client whose paperwork got messed up by a notary here in town, and then she came to me, and I was able to realize where she messed up, and we fixed that, and she got her green card. That was great. That was yesterday. I got such a great response that I was like, hey, let's do it again. Let's tell some more stories. So this other story that I want to tell you also involves a notary screwing up, but this time it was super malicious. The first time it was just the notary messed up. I didn't tell you guys yesterday, but the notary actually, immigration was like, hey, you messed up here. And she wrote a letter back to immigration telling them why she didn't mess up, and basically explaining herself. And that was the wrong answer. And so it got rejected. But anyway, so this other client, he went to this notary to save money, like people typically do. And the notary, he gave her everything and was like, okay, your paperwork is off. So he doesn't hear back, and he finally asks her, like, what's up? And she was like, oh no, it just takes time. It's just gonna take time. You know, they have it, but it just takes time. And so that kept on happening. Finally, he got tired of it, and he was like, what's up? Or I think he actually abandoned it. So finally, he comes to see me, and I start looking into it. I do an investigation, and I'm like, hey, there's no application on record, and I don't know what happened, because they never received an application. I don't know where your money orders for the form fees went. And so I'm like, you need to look into this and see what's up. He goes to the bank, and he sees that the money orders that were made out to the United States Department of Homeland Security were cashed by an organization that happened to be owned by who? The notary. Exactly. So it was over $2,000 in money orders. The notary never sent anything, obviously. Took the fees that he gave her, plus she took the fees from the forms that he was going to turn into immigration. Now, let's just pause right there for a second. There's no organization that oversees anybody who's practicing law unauthorized. It's called UPL, unauthorized practice of law. There's no organization who oversees them. I mean, I guess you have to apply to become a notary in Florida, or whatever state you find yourself in. But there isn't a body like we have. We have to answer to the bar, and the bar has a bunch of rules. And if we break some of those rules, our license is in trouble. And man, you apply to anything, they're like, hey, have you ever been in trouble with the bar? Have you ever, have they ever investigated you and found anything? That happens like all the time. People are like, I can't put my license in jeopardy. That's the constant theme of lawyers. If somebody just puts up a shingle and says, hey, I do immigration paperwork, come to me, they're not accountable to anybody. So, who can he report that to? The police, definitely. And he ended up getting his money back. He had some people, and he knew, you know what I'm saying? He had some muscle on the inside. I'm not gonna put my client's identity out there, but you know, he was like, pay up, lady. That's not what happened. But he did end up getting his money back. So, I ended up seeing what the problem was. We sent his application off. That one is still pending. He doesn't have his green card yet. He will. But I just want to put another victory story of, man, the horror that this guy has gone through because of man, trying to cut a corner, not going directly to an attorney in the first place. And hey, I get it. Even some attorneys, they do some shiesty things. But that's why you do your investigation and find somebody who has a good reputation in the streets and in the community. And so I'm glad that people have trusted me with their processes, and I'm glad to be a part of this community. Man, I am the son of an immigrant, and I love my people. So let's go. Another victory story where somebody who was getting screwed came to an attorney and we're able to help him out. So his application is pending. Once he gets his green card, I'm going to do another video being like, yeah, victory, baby. All right, y'all. Peace.